the privilege to be on. And I reached out to her like, wow, congratulations, you know. And she was like, to you too. She lives in the UK and if I say anything further, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Global Women Speakers, I just simply want to bring her to the forefront. Her name is Anaya Kamara. We always laugh and say her last name is stretched out, but I know Nigerian Summit sponsored by Global Women Speakers. And I made a promise to you that I would only bring you the best of the best. My friend, my sister, ultimate member, Global Women Speakers, Anaya Kamara. I want you to do three things for me. Just three. Just three. I said two, but just three. Just three things. Number one is I want you to truly close your eyes and think about if you were in her shoes, what would you have done? So, number one, listen intently. Number two, replace yourself. If you were in her shoes, what would you have done? And the third and final thing is it's time to share your story. Unashamed, unmuted, and unapologetic. And so I'm going to move out of the forefront and let you hear from the queen, Queen Anaya. Yes, Queen. She'll tell you why she's queen when she gets here. But Anaya, over to you.
The queen of leadership miracle. 15 minutes. I'm just going to tell you guys what I do. I'm a mobile hairdresser in the United Kingdom. So we are based now and further. So I collab with artists. So I'm online. So I'm the digital girl. I'm not on the high streets because my vision is really huge. So we're working on not trying to, we're actually developing our mobile hairdressers, barbers, and makers, events, and etc. So this all started. My background is in computer science. So I had a degree because my dad, African parents, they rock. African parents, they rock. My dad was an engineer. He's no more, may he rest in peace. So he wanted me to be like him, becoming a doctor, but I was also good in arts, creative arts, like making hair, fashion, in that. So I was good in both. But the only difference with the sciences, I have to like really study hard to have my 100%. But when it comes on, it comes natural. I don't really have to struggle for it. This flowers. So I went to school. I did the science that he wanted me to do, and I got the all the certificates, all the distinctions, and the degrees and the master degrees. Okay, now you've got what you wanted. Now leave me alone. So in 2006, I'm giving you a bit of background about my story. In 2006, I went back home for traditional introductions. My friend at the time, who I met in church, um, who fell in love, and he wanted to go and ask for my hand in marriage. So his parents were so they became buddies. On that same day, we went to my dad's hometown, which was in the northern province of Sierra Leone. So my dad wanted to introduce him to the elders so that we could get on with the introduction. My mom's hometown, they met him, the elders, so everybody approved. And we left to travel back to Freetown. So it was just 21st to be precise. And on our way back, just 10 minutes into Freetown for some reason. So I was wondering, like, why are you like trying to like hit the rocks? I mean, can you see? Can you not see where you're going? It was there. I can see where you're going. Next thing I knew, he just drove the car into a trailer that was parked off the road. This trailer had iron bars at the back. So those iron bars just right hand passenger seat. The driver's seat was on the left. So I was sitting in the back in the middle, and my dad's best friend was directly behind him. So my fiance was to my left. So he was sitting directly behind the driver. Next thing I know, those iron bars hit the windscreen so hard, smashed into it, hit my dad on the neck, the side, and I could remember him using his left hand to just cover me, so his blood splashed on me. And he came out. He's now my because in my I feel take me. I feel like the guy's gonna running. The people in the town came out. They were all screaming. I was bleeding. My vein on my right leg came out, so I have a very deep. I was just like, "What happened? What happened? Hope my dad is okay." So I was so. It happened like a dream. And I could remember my bag was in the car with our passport and documents. So I said to my fiance, could you just go and get our bag? Because it's a crowd of people here. They were trying to get my dad out of the car, but he was stuck because of the iron bars. He didn't make it. And I said, we have to go back into the car and get his phone. So he got my dad's phone, and we used his phone to call family. And it all happened like, it was just like, it happened to me, but I was like, did this thing just happen? So I was taken to the hospital, and it was Freetown. There was no electricity. I'm sorry. I remember the doctor using a lantern, like to see before they could stitch my leg. And I was just swearing. I was swearing. I was I was so upset. Wow. Cut that long story short, I was there. Can you imagine you went on and you're burying your dad? By that time, I couldn't even use my leg properly. They have to carry me around because I had stitches on my leg. And we have to come back within a week to United Kingdom because I need urgent treatment. And just about a month, I started experiencing memory loss because of the shock. Like if I see my friends today, by tomorrow I can't remember that I was with you yesterday. So I have to carry like notepad and start writing what color of dress they were wearing, the dates and the hairstyle, so that I could remember. And obviously, this went on for months, like trying to kill time so I don't feel pity for myself. And it germinates. And for some reason, I got so busy, and it helped me to forget cut that long story short. Look at me, the queen now. 15 years later, I am running a successful multi-award. I'm number one. If you Google me, I'm everywhere. And my dad is awesome. He's the best dad. I couldn't ask for another person. My dad is never in my sleep, just his hand covering me. Like he was prepared to sacrifice himself, protecting his daughter. And I have no reason to fail. I'm so determined and I was so happy I was able to pick myself back up. When I was homeless, I was staying in someone's home. I was on the couch. Take any rent from me. They said, just sort yourself out. You can stay as long as you want. Just pick up yourself. I was so determined. And I did it. I'm so glad I did it. I'm so glad I did. I've got like probably 28 awards or more. I can't even count anymore. And I'm just meeting wonderful people across the globe. I'm encouraging the young ones, the aspiring entrepreneurs, those who have gone through, whether it's grief, they've gone through relationship, they've lost their loved ones. I'm just encouraging people that are getting invited now to I've met the amazing Dr. Tina Lewis. Woo! I've met the amazing Dr. Tina Lewis. Woo! And it's just so amazing. My story, my mom, I love my mom. She's no more. She passed away 2 years ago. But my mom predicted it. That listen, I know it's hairdressing and you've blended with IT. Guess what? You're gonna take over. You're gonna be worldwide. You're gonna be billboards. You're gonna travel. I am so proud of you. Those are the words of my mom, and I'm so glad for iCloud and technology and WhatsApp because I've recorded all those messages on my iCloud. So when my kids arrive, they're gonna listen to it's here is it. So okay, that's all the excitement. So well, I changed my friends. I was the ones who were saying that maybe she's got some bad luck, some bad. So I changed my circle of friends. I had very few friends who had so much belief in me. Pick yourself back. You can and lucifer's and a determination and belief on me Julian Job Center, like on state benefit. And she picked me up like, you can do it. Just amazing women. Amazing women. And I'm so glad that I didn't give up. I did not give up. Look at me now. Look at me. Anaya Kamara entrepreneur, worldwide, international, mobile hairdresser. Come on, the most determined woman on earth. And here she is. This is my shot. Hello, queen. See? Men speakers. Come on. Do I look like what I've been through? Check this out. Just Google Anaya Kamara or handles and mom. And I remind her of her mom as well because of the story.
Yes, so, absolutely.
God is so good. God is so good. It's magical. A blessing. There's a reason why the two of us are still here. We're still in Asaba.
Yes.
And beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful.
And so those of you who know my story, you know about my mom being in a near fatal car accident. And she was in a body cast for 3 months, November, December, that it was her. I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know, because of her beautiful accent, if you understood the power that came. That's why her story is called from pain to power.
Yes.
From pain to power. And so she literally, took her fiance's approval. And that is when they got into the car accident that took her father's life. She was in the passenger seat. The iron rod went through her father and killed him immediately. Yeah. And when she came to, all she saw was her father's arm outstretched to protect her. She made it, but not without repercussions. They told her that she wouldn't walk. They told her a lot of things that were not true because they didn't know the God she served, right? They didn't know that she was going to come through. They didn't know that inside of her was a generation of people. I mean, ladies, listen, we all have transparent and authentic. They're just not ready, and it's okay. The timing is up to them. But what I do know is that when the time is ready, they have to become unmuted, unashamed, and unapologetic and share their story, correct?
Correct. Very correct.
Because that, my friends, is where the magic happens. I'm going to ask you this question, and then I'm going to answer it for myself. When you you went through your life, you went through what happened.
Yeah.
Before you shared your story, did you have the success that you have now?
Not at all. Not at all. I'm a new woman. I am so new. Actually, he made me. This is me. This is me. I guess if I'm not be an Anaya Kamara entrepreneur,
not queen, right?
Well,
yes, and conscious decision that, you know what, I don't care what people think. There are people that are waiting to hear my story. There are people that need it as a key to unlock their cage. It's a catalyst for them to go out and be great. It's meant for someone else. I'm only the conduit. I could not be a dam and hold my story, my trials, my tribulations, my obstacles, my challenges to myself. Because at one point I realized that it was not for me. God only gives it to you through me.
Yeah.
And that is when I began to share my story of being a teenage mom, of having, getting pregnant when I was 18 and having my daughter when I was 19 years old, living in the projects, being on welfare, being to prison, like all of those
had my
things.
brother at 19.
See, yes. And so I had to share those things because
You're
we all have
similar.
a
You guys are similar.
yes, we all have a common denominator. And that's exactly why we travel the globe, because the world is waiting on your story. The world is waiting on your story. And so I just wanted to thank each and every one of you on behalf of Global Women Speakers. I have my sister here with me. We're in the same hotel. We're in Nigeria. Everyone else is gone. They left. But whatever, God saw it at such a time as this, a divine appointment, that we would be the only two.
The only two, yeah, definitely.
Yes. And what's coming? I mean, I am going to London in November.
Wow, it's going to be electrifying.
Yes, they have no idea. I just want to thank you on behalf of anything that you've heard from from Carol, from Carla, Dr. Judy, from Nakia. Yes, Shanae. If there's anything that you heard from any of these women, then I'm going to ask you to please share this. It's on YouTube for a reason. You know why? Because everyone can't join in the moment, right? They can't be live.
Yeah.
But we wanted to make sure that it was recorded and it was documented so you can have it. Yeah. Because the time is now. Yeah. The time is now. This is and has been the year of the woman. Yeah. That's my belief.
Yep.
And these last 80 days matter. These last 80 days matter. Matter of fact, Dr. Judy is having a 21-day self-care challenge. I am having a 21-day Hottie challenge. A Hottie body challenge, so we can get fit physically, because I have been just say, but here comes good. Yay! As you can see, we are here in my hotel room. Anaya's room is next door. We just wanted to come back, and I'm so happy the Wi-Fi is. Listen, it's ironic that this conference is called Tech, Finance, Future, and Female.
And then add female, yeah. Female.
And the Wi-Fi is not even working. So we wanted to come back and just say
my heart. Thank you so much.
We appreciate each and every one of globalwomenspeakers.com. And if you want to share a stage, either locally, then I can tell you this, there are some big things that are coming. globalwomenspeakers.com. Any questions, comments, please go to speakers.com. You can find me on all things social. It's consistent. Tina D. Lewis on Instagram, Tina D. Lewis on Facebook, Tina D. Lewis
Twitter.
on Twitter. Tina D. Lewis on
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn. It's just Tina D. Lewis. Tina D. Lewis, the bottom line queen. And ladies and gentlemen, the bottom line is it's your turn, it's your time, and you can have anything that you want on your terms. My name is Dr. Tina D. Lewis, and I am the founder and creator of Global Women Speakers, the #1 platform for women to share their message, sell their products and their services, travel the globe, and create memories and experiences around the world. Goodbye for now. Bye bye.
Goodbye for now. Bye bye.